Hello everyone, welcome back. I realize a lot of us are not doing anything super fancy or glamorous for the holidays this year, but I thought it would still be fun to do a full glam 0 to 100 transformation, showing you how I go from this to this, including a step-by-step makeup tutorial, a hair tutorial, and details on my outfit. So if you enjoy seeing complete 0 to 100 transformations as much as I do, then please keep on watching. Okay, let's start with some skin prep. The skin prep portion of this video is sponsored by Elemis. I have been trying 3 of their products for the last month or so. I have been wanting to try Elemis products for a really long time. I've seen their products being used and have had them used on me at different spas that I've been to. When I got out of the shower this morning, I used this Elemis Pro Collagen Tri-Acid Peel. I use this about twice per week. This peel is formulated with an 8% tri-acid complex, so it encourages the natural exfoliation cycle, removes dead skin cells. I apply a pea-sized amount to my face and neck. I leave it on for 15 minutes, and then I wash it off, and my skin feels baby soft and ready for makeup or for whatever skincare product I'm going to apply after. And now that I've done the peel and rinsed it off, I'm going in with the Pro Collagen Marine Cream. This gel cream increases the hydration in your skin by 248% in just 1 hour. And I love its really lightweight gel consistency. It sinks right into the skin. It works beautifully under makeup. And I do have to mention that it has a little bit of a fragrance to it. I think it's a beautiful fragrance. I would actually love to have this in a perfume, but I do know some people are very sensitive to fragrance, so I wanted to make sure that I let you know about that. And of course, I have a promo code for you. If you use the code Risa25, you will receive 25% off products on the Elemis website. There are a few exclusions that I will put on the screen in a caption, and this promo code is good through January 15th. Oh, there's one more product I really think you should consider when you're on the Elemis website. It is the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. A lot of you know how much I love a good cleansing balm to remove all of this makeup that I put on or that I'm going to be putting on. And as I mentioned earlier, I've been using this for about a month. I've barely made a dent in it. A little bit goes such a long way. It feels amazing on the skin. It takes my eye makeup off, it takes long wear foundation off, it doesn't leave any sort of film. That's my main issue with a lot of cleansing balms, is that I feel like they leave a greasy film on my skin. This rinses completely clean. I'll put some of the ingredients up on the screen, but you can read all about all of these products when you click on the Elemis website link in the description box. Okay, now that my skin is hydrated, it's time to get glam. I'm going to start with an eyeshadow primer, as I always do. This one is from P. Louise. I really wish that this product was more readily available or more easily accessible. I have only found it at the Morphe boutique here in town. Actually, the first time I purchased it, I was in Atlanta, and I bought it at the Morphe store there. I think that it's a very popular brand in the UK. So if you live there, you can probably find it pretty easily. Gotta make my ponytail a little bit tighter. Today I am using the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue, and I'm using the shade Wheat. It's a little bit darker, you'll see when I apply it, than the rest of my body, but I am going to be using a body bronzing product, so it will look even in the end. It will look like it's the right color. This foundation is one of my favorites of all time, especially if you have more mature skin. Look at that coverage. But it still looks natural. It doesn't look cakey. The color is not too far off. It actually might be too light once I put on the, what am I gonna use? Probably my Vita Liberata Body Blur. That's what I use the most for tanning my body. Well, not tanning my body. Does anyone else find that as they get older, it's harder and harder to verbalize what you're trying to say, verbalize the thoughts in your head. Happens to me all the time. It's like I know what I want to say in my brain, but the words don't come out right. Oh gosh, getting older. You know what though? I always say it's better than the alternative. I'm happy to be healthy. Yeah, sometimes I have to remind myself of that when I'm feeling just depressed about getting older. You know, things are starting to hurt. My knees are starting to hurt. My hands are starting to hurt, but I think that's because I'm constantly scrolling on my phone all day long. I just love the finish of this. It's so beautiful, but let's keep in mind that I have been using that new skincare routine that I talked about at the beginning for a month now. And I really, really think it's made a big difference in how my makeup goes on and how my makeup looks, especially that peel. All right, it's time for concealer. I'm gonna use something different today. I wanna finish up this MAC Studio Fix 24-hour smooth wear concealer that I have. This is a really underrated concealer. In fact, I often forget that I have it and I forget how good it is. I like this tone too. This is, can't read the number. I'll put the number in the description box. But as you can see, it has a little bit of a peachy tone to it. And I find that that's really good for color correcting blue and purple tones under the eye. Oh, what's that? Little piece of fuzz. So let's talk about something. Let's chat about, I was gonna say let's chat about 2020, but gosh, do we really want to? I mean, it's been good and bad, I think. I mean, there's been a lot of bad, don't get me wrong, but I'm really enjoying having my kids, my teenagers around. Of course, sometimes they drive me nuts. They drive me nuts a lot of the time. But, I mean, this is time that I normally would not have gotten with them. They would be out running around with their friends and never home. And now they're home a lot. So as I said, it's a good thing and a bad thing. But we eat dinner together every night and we watch movies and we go in our hot tub. I just really feel for those of you or anyone that has small children at home that they have to homeschool. My oldest is in college, but my youngest is also sort of in college. He was admitted last March to this program. It's this college/high school program. So he was unenrolled from his high school. He's a junior this year. And he was supposed to start taking classes on the campus of one of the local community colleges. And so he would have high school classes, but then also take college courses and earn college credit. This was a very difficult program to get into, and we were so excited. That is actually one of the last meals we had before lockdown began. It was us celebrating that he got the letter of acceptance into this program, because only 150 kids out of everyone that applies, and it's usually like 500 or 600 that apply, get into this program. So anyway, he was really looking forward to just meeting new kids and, more students that are like him that are into academics. He's a smart cookie. I think all moms say that about their kids, but he really is. My son is a lot smarter than my husband and I are. He's really good at math, and I've always been just horrible at math. So in case you're wondering what I'm putting on right now, you probably recognized it as I was applying it. But of course, everything will be listed in the description box. This is the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, and I put a little bit too much on over here. This is why I don't do a lot of chatty get ready with me's, because clearly I can't talk and do makeup at the same time. Or, I mean, I can teach and do makeup at the same time, but chat about other things and do makeup at the same time seems to be not that easy for me. It's not too bad. That's one of the great things about this product, is that you can fix mistakes really easily because it's a cream. Sometimes powders are harder to fix, whereas creams are a little bit easier. They're a little bit more forgiving, shall we say? All right, now we need to set this makeup. And I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in shade 2. And I'm just gonna lightly dust this in this area and over my lids. Then I'm not gonna set my under eye concealer just yet because I wanna wait and see how it goes, if I get any fallout or anything that I need to clean up. So for my brows, I am using the Hourglass Arch Brow. Now I usually use the shade Platinum Blonde, but I'm doing a golden bronzy look today, so I'm going with the blonde shade. I'm gonna speed this up because this process is long and boring. I'm gonna set them with a little Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. All right, so up next, I'm going to take this Urban Decay 24/7 eye pencil in the shade Whiskey. And then I'm gonna grab a smudgy brush. This one from BK Beauty, it's the brush number 204. And I'm going to take, well actually I gotta sharpen it first. And I am going to try not to go out of focus. I'm going to align my upper lash lines and my lower lash lines. And then I'm also going to bring it into my crease. Now you're probably thinking, Risa, what the heck is going on here? That looks ridiculous. And you're not wrong, but you've got to trust the process. Now I'm taking that 204 brush and I am smudging out the liner. And this can be messy. Do not worry if this is looking weird and messy. Looks a little better, doesn't it? Now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow in Star Gold. I'm using this brush from Sigma. It is the cream color E58. And I'm applying this all over my lid. And I'm also running it along the lower lash line. And I'm taking it around the inner corner of the eye as well, the tear duct area. And now I'm using the Persona Identity palette and the shade Goddess. And I'm patting that on top of the Charlotte Tilbury cream shadow. And I'm putting my chin up and looking down into the mirror so that I can access the entire lid. And now using a fluffy brush, I am going to take the shade Charming and buff out the crease area and the outer corner. And then I'm going to take a flat shader brush and go into the shade Humble, which is a matte ivory. Pop that under the brow bone. I'm also going to run a little bit of that Goddess shade along my lower lash lines. Now I'm going in ever so slightly with the shade Audacious. And just popping that in the outer corners and blending it up a little bit towards the brow. I just want to give this look a little bit more warmth through here. And I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to tight line top and bottom using the Whiskey eye pencil. Now before I apply mascara, I have to decide if I want to add even a little bit more sparkle to this look. And I think I do. I mean, we are going from 0 to 100, right? So I need to take it to 100. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Eyes Palette of Pops, and I'm going to use the gold shade. I'm just using my finger, and popping it right on the center of the lid. And one more thing before I apply mascara is I'm going to darken up the lash line a little bit more, the upper lash line. So I will pop some mascara on real quick. I'm just going to grab whatever I have here. This is the Stila Huge Mascara. It doesn't matter which mascara I use because I'm going to be putting on some falsies. I want to make sure I lift my chin up real high so I don't get mascara on my eyeshadow. This is actually a pretty good mascara. So now that the eyes are pretty much done, I can go ahead and set my under eye concealer. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in shade 1. For lashes, I have been loving these Effortless lashes from Velour. If you have small eyes or you have hooded eyes like mine and you find that most lashes are very, very overpowering, check out these Effortless styles from Velour. They're expensive, but if you're careful with them, they will last you several uses. I've used this pair called Poker Face, I think 10 times already. Look at the difference this lash made, but it's not overpowering the eyeshadow. Okay, now I can zoom out and we can finish off the face. Let's move on to blush. I am going to use this blush from Lawless. It is called Angel Suede. Because the eyes are pretty dramatic, I want to keep the cheeks sort of subtle. And this is a beautiful, beautiful peach blush with a little hint of pink. Now that I'm applying this, I feel like I probably should have included this in my top blushes of all time video, my favorite blushes of all time, because this is really, really stunning. I do want to add a little bit more glow to this look, so I'm going to use this Jouer highlighter in the shade Citrine. I have the large size, but I also have this little mini. I don't remember how I got this mini, but I like it. I'm glad I have it. Maybe it was from a holiday set? I don't know. But it is a really, really beautiful highlighter. Now the only thing left to do before I get to my hair are my lips. I am going to use this LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Sugar and Spice. You know what? I'm not. I want something a little bit peachier. Okay, I've decided on Max Strip Down. And then I'm going to apply Charlotte Tilbury's Angel Alessandra. I do want a little bit of lightness in the center, so I'm taking Revlon's matte lipstick in Untold Stories and just applying a little bit the center. All right, let's move on to hair. I just washed my hair yesterday and blew it out with my Revlon One Step dryer and styler. Actually, I use the Dyson dryer for the front part of my hair, and then I'll use the Revlon on everything else. I just feel like the front of my hair gets really damaged easily, so I like to be more gentle with it. Before I start curling, I'm going to use this Gisou Propolis Infused Heat Protecting Spray. And I'm just going to lightly mist my hair. And then I'm going to lift up the top section of my hair, clip it away, and I'll be using my GHD Curve curling iron. And then I just grab a section, run my hair through it, go about halfway down, start twirling, hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then unwrap it and pull out the ends, like that. So the ends are straight. And then I just do this all around my head. You want to be sure not to touch the curls until they've cooled down. And you can take varying widths of hair. Sometimes I'll take 1 inch, sometimes I'll take 2 inches. And again, you want to make sure that you pull down instead of unwrapping, if that makes sense. So you curl up, leave the ends out, and then just pull down. I'm definitely not the best at curling hair. Absolutely not. So then after the bottom section is done, then I actually, this is weird, I know, I like to curl these front pieces next because they sort of give me a pattern of how I want the rest of my hair to go. And I do something different with these front pieces. I grab about, gosh, what would you say that is, 2 inches? And then I don't curl this area the same way. I take this and I wrap it around the barrel. And then I pull out. And I don't wait for this curl to cool down. I want to run my fingers through it so it's not super curly. I want it to just have a small bend to it. And because I have a cowlick on this side, it's a little bit more difficult. Just wrap it, hold, pull, yank. There we have the front pieces. And now I start working my way back. I'll do the next piece towards the back. And then I start alternating a few pieces towards my face. So instead of holding it this way, I hold it this way and turn. That way when it's all sort of mushed together, it looks more naturally wavy. The pattern is more natural. So this is what one side should look like when it's done before I've combed through it. All right, so once my hair is curled on both sides, that is when I wait for it to cool off, and I'm gonna go grab my Halo hair extension. My hairstylist, Jessica Tidwell, who I will tag in the description box, I'll put her Instagram handle in the description box. She got me this Halo Couture hair extension, and she does do virtual consultations. So if you would like to get a halo from Jessica, you just contact her through the link in her Instagram bio, and you can get one from her. She can get you in the right color, the right thickness. My color match is just spot on, and it's so comfortable to wear. It doesn't fall off your head. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the halo because I have a full IGTV video on my consultation with Jessica and her installing the halo and answering all the questions. So be sure to check that out on my Instagram page under IGTV. So my halo was, I believe, 22 inches that we cut to about 16 inches. But before I install the halo, I am going to just comb through the curls that I made with my GHD. And now I'm just gonna go about 2 inches back from my hairline and sort of make a U shape towards the back of my head with both thumbs, and then lift up this hair, section it away, once I've sectioned that away from the rest of my head, I twist it and clip it. And then you place the string over where you've made the part. You let the halo just sort of fall down to the back. And then you let your hair down. And then you want to pull out any pieces that didn't get covered. I didn't do the best job at sectioning. You just take a comb. It does come with this comb. And you just sort of cover up any marks so you cannot see the halo extension whatsoever. Now my halo was already curled. Usually I'll touch up maybe just a few of the curls, but most of the time it's fine. I don't really need to go back and recurl anything. And then I always make sure I go in by my temples to pull out anything. And then I just run my fingers through. So here we have the finished look. I decided to part my hair on the side just for something different. And then the dress that I'm wearing is from Neiman Marcus, although it is from last holiday season. I'm not sure if it's still available. I will link it in the description box if it is. And my earrings were purchased from Express, also last year. All right, thank you everyone so much for watching my 0 to 100 glam transformation. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and join the Risa Does Makeup family. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under the same username. It's all Risa Does Makeup. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.